It should only.
Please.
Alright, dude, I am live. I haven't been live in a minute. Also, we are playing some healing on beta. You guessed it. Who would have thunk me playing a healer on beta, right? But I'm excited because today we're going to try to cook with some builds because they have done some changes to some healers recently. Some of the healers are some of the changes are head scratchers. Like our boy Resto Shaman. Unfortunately, they changed Resto Shaman. I was a fan of where it was at. I know a lot of people were kind of were not fans. I talked to my guildie who is Shamrock, who is, if you know Resto Shaman, you probably know Shamrock. We gotta save the tank here. Oh, Mage got clobbered. And he is not a fan, so I was kind of surprised to hear that. Oh, tank, live, my boy, live. He was not a fan of where Resto Shaman was heading. I think he wasn't a fan of Resto Shaman last tier too, specifically in Ray, like the whole Whispering Waves build. I know he did not enjoy. So having that be like both playstyles, the Raid and Mythic Plus, was kind of understandable that he was not really enjoying it to its full capacity. But other than that, like, I liked Resto Shaman like 2 weeks ago. I thought it was a lot of fun. But we're testing it out. We're seeing if some of the changes are too bad. Now I'm not testing new Ascendants. They did also change one of the core spells, Ascendants. And I don't know if it's a positive change. I don't think it is, honestly. I liked previous Ascendant. I think this one's better, but like stronger. But is it better for the spec? I don't know. I don't think so. But right now we're playing Healing Tide Totem still. I still like it in this build. Although I definitely do want to get some reps in with new Ascendants. Okay, I'm also playing Healing Rain. I know Healing Rain's weird, especially in a Farseer build, but hold on, let me cook. Without Whispering Waves, you do lose a good chunk of your cleave healing. So I figured like Downpour could be a nice fill for that. Like Chain Heal still has been unimpressive to me on beta. If I were playing a Chain Heal build, I would much rather just play a a totemic build. Whoa, oh no, this person cut me off. We're good. It's like I might. Ooh, you can't stand it. Ooh, I took aggro. I wonder what that was. We both took aggro, so that is not very good. All these little ads spawn. Our tank did not grab them properly. Like, I'm sure you could play a Chain Heal build with Farseer. I definitely think that, oh, tank. I definitely think that Totemic has, like, the tools to make Chain Heal work better. Ooh, tank, live, buddy, live. So like there, I just Ancestral Swiftness a Chain Heal. It did like no healing, you know. So I definitely think that Chain Heal's just a little sus. Also, this boss is dying very slow. Yes, we're down in DPS, but even still, this boss is dying incredibly slow. We can live this. We can live this. I'm gonna watch out though, because we're about to get clobbered. I have Spirit Link Totem kind of chilling. We're gonna have to drop it here, even though it kind of doesn't really make things better. Ooh, not the best time to get hit. Oh, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Okay. Okay, goodness gracious. I need to slow down that damage, try to get a stun out. Ooh. Oh, I saw the bleed. I'm trolling. I am turbo trolling. We need to kill this thing. Oh, this might be it. Oh, no way. I had 2 stacks to the bleed. I was giga trolling. I just wasn't even I was so focused on healing that I just let those 2 stacks sit on me. I didn't even cleanse them. Okay. But we're good. We made it. We made it. That did die slowly, and with the boss dying slowly, we're coming up to a boss that is a DPS check, so I'm like kind of worried, kind of sus a little bit. Yo! Good evening, how's it going? What's up, Sargaric? Very nice to see you. How is it going? I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, so if I look a little spacey, it's because I am a little spacey. Ooh. But I appreciate you coming by, Sargaric. Glad to see you. Hopefully your day's going well. Hopefully you've had a good week. It's been a minute since I've streamed. It feels so weird. I mean, it's only been 4 days, but you know, taking 2 days back to back off that I typically stream on is very odd to me. Like very weird. I don't like it. I like streaming. Let's just hang out here. You can range or LOS that, so there. I'm showcasing both. This tank is stressing me out, but one thing I've learned is that, like, prop paladins, you don't need to heal them as much as you would think. Like, I always sit there and spam heals into them because I'm just panicking. Come on, rogue. This rogue is, like, letting us down. But every time I do that, I'm like, wait, I didn't need to spam heals into them. They were actually fine that whole time. And I learned that from Wu. I was doing a key with him, and I was listening to a stream at the same time. And he was saying, like, yeah, he doesn't need to be healing me. Like, I'm fine. And I was spam healing him. Like, I remember that. Zaira Art, good to see you. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Hopefully you've got some fun weekend plans. Man, I need to fix these health bars. They are way too tiny. But hopefully you have some fun weekend plans. My wife is out of town. She's been out of town all week. That's kind of partly why I feel so out of sorts. But she'll come back this weekend, kind of. Well, a little after the weekend. But this weekend, I'm gonna be cranking out content. I have a bunch of stuff for my second channel. I've been trying to get a second channel up and started. It's kind of just like more of a passion project, nothing too serious. But it's about Magic the Gathering, the card game. So if you're into that, check out the second channel, and I can post a link if you want me to. But got some stuff planned for that. Also gonna try to play some Magic at my local card shop if I can. And other than that, I'm just biding time until my wife gets back. I'm so lost, man. It's crazy. It's like, you think you're so independent, and then like your significant other goes, Ceiling fan, I just saw your chat. But then your significant other goes out of town, and you're like, wait, how do I breathe? What is this? Oh, don't die, don't die. Oh, he died. Ceiling Panda said he got hit by the frontal though. I couldn't really reach him. Ceiling Panda says LB Ninja versus Palalalala. Both me and this paladin have some funky names. Yo, Brother Bear, well, look who we have here, El Bald Ninja. I saw that comment, it had me cracking up. I swear, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. God, I would look so, I would not pull off the bald. At all. I would not pull it off. But if you guys insisted, I've talked to my wife and she's like, so what would the sub goal be? And like, she's very skeptical. But, I want to make that happen. I feel like that would just be such a fun, like, community come together and make me bald moment, you know what I mean? Plus, like, look at this. Someone called me Santa in my comments yesterday. Like, it's getting out of hand. Just got a new computer and monitor, and I'm seeing this game in a whole new light. Whoa, Sargerik. Oh my god, he's unstoppable. Unstoppable Sargerik. That's crazy. I feel like you're Iron Man now. You went from being an actual just mortal human to Iron Man. That's crazy. Let me get YouTube chat pulled up really quick before we start this fight. Cause I know I'm a little bit behind on Twitch chat. I'll get there. I got an ad. Okay. Hard boss time. I mean, it's only hard if this boss takes a long time. To which we might not be able to heal through it, if I'm being honest. And so far, this guy... Oh, no way. I cancel that cast. That is very cringe. We're gonna have to drop an early healing tag, because your boy got silenced. Chain heal's still not buffed. I mean, they've done stuff to it since... also, by the way, Zanelia, everyone on YouTube, shout out. Thank you guys for stopping in. Alright. The downpour. I mean, even downpour only does like 5% of his health. That is cranking the heals. This used to be so easy to heal with Whispering Waves. Now it's, I don't know, I'm kind of struggling, man. And we're able to get through it, but like, this boss only gets harder as we go through. Oh, Warlock. Don't go that way. Huh. Okay. But shout out to everyone on YouTube. Appreciate you all. Hopefully everyone's having a happy Friday. I guess Healing Rain, this is a great moment of why Healing Rain probably is not the play. Let's see, what do I have here? I have double totem. Got defensive. Put down those totems. Yeah, see, I was a fan of Whispering Waves. To be fair, I'm not someone who mained Resto Shaman last year, so like, I know a lot of people who mained it were so tired of Whispering Waves because that's what their whole raid playstyle was as well. Okay, here we're actually going to do a chain heal. It's like turbo buff, though. Even still, it felt pretty miserable to cast. Oh, I was just thinking, man, this mage is doing so good. They're standing in my healing rain. Nope, that was my ancestor. Not even the mage. We definitely should lust, but I'm guessing we're lusting in the double, like, amp moment. What do I have here? I have Spirit Link Totem. Just drop that. Where'd it go? Okay. It's back. I have healing time for the next one. We gotta get there, though. We'll say one thing about this spec is the mana is really good. I think I talented into the like crits give you mana back. Okay, I don't even get an orb this whole fight. Our team is on top of it. But I think I'm talented into that. Yeah, there's our lust. Very good lust. We want to do some damage. But I will need to do some healing. I'm going to use Healing Stream Totems. I'm not going to commit Healing Tide because we're going to need it here in a second. Okay, now I'll commit it. Get our ancestors out, cranking. Here's that Screech. Oh boy. Maybe a little early on the healing set. Yeah, we're just rotting. We're just rotting. Usually the boss, you ideally want to burn it here. Like, you need that thing to die. Because the damage amps up. Oh, come on, tank. Live this. I'm just going to spot heal the tank. And hope he lives. Oh, we got Savage Pecked. Run! Run, rogue, do rogue thing. Run! Don't peck me from that far. That's crazy. Oh, we're back. Come on, 3 million damage, rogue. Oh, that's so scuffed. That is so scuffed. Alright, but that gives me time to catch up on chat. I wonder if we're gonna... What are we gonna do with this? I feel like the play... Maybe drop the rogue, go again. I feel like that's the actual play. But will I do that? I don't know. I always feel bad. Yo, Dogwatch! Dogwatch, are you on land or are you in water? Dogwatch with the tier 1 sub on Twitch. I appreciate you. How are you doing, Dogwatch? Good to see you. Also, Zaire Arts are doing good. Going to see Iron Lung movie this weekend. Iron Lung is okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I think I'm wrong. Is that the one with Dylan O'Brien, or am I mixing it up with something else? I might be mixing it up with another movie. But the one with like Dylan O'Brien, Rachel McAdams, that one looks pretty interesting. Like that one looks pretty interesting. Let's see. I kind of want to test Ascendance now. I honestly I want to run back the same dungeon with Ascendance. Um, let's do it. Let's do the salty run back. All right. The salty run back. Let's post the group. We'll do relaxed. Okay. Going to main a healer for the first time since Dragonflight Season 1. Having a hard time deciding what healer. Oh man, I mean, you and everyone else. Trust me. Give me a rundown of like what you're looking for in a healer, and maybe we can help you come to a closer spot. Sargaric says, I haven't played MTG since I was a senior in high school in 95. Oh man, dig up those cards. Probably got some heat in there. The 32-inch monitor. Oh man, 32-inch monitor is crazy. Yeah, that would be sick. I think I have two 24-inch monitors, I want to say. I could be wrong there, though. Yo, Border Code, first time chat, or Border Code, if you're still here, I appreciate you. Hey, man, thank you for all the videos. Thank you so much for the comment. Black sauce noodle, man, I go crazy for some black sauce noodles. Ninja, what's your schedule nowadays? Do you stream daily? I stream, other than this week, I've been sick this week, but other than this week, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So every weekday except for Tuesday, because Tuesday is the reset. So I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and I stream 1 to 5. Today we started a little bit later, but I stream 1 to 5 Central Time. That's my schedule. I should have it on Twitch, but I might need to go back and update it. But yeah, this week has been off, but normally I stream pretty consistently those hours. Do we need a lust? We do. I mean, I'm a lust, but I'm not pressing that button. I haven't played MTG since I was a senior. Oh, I read that. Green-black deck, mid-range aggro. Oh, I've heard of that deck. That deck was crazy. It had like a little combo in it, right? Narratives, how's it going, LB? It's going very well. Very good to see you. Ooh, we got a Giga Cranker Evoker here. Welcome to the stream. Yes, thank you so much, Ceiling Fan to the Goat. Hello, LB in chat. Asa1234. What is good, Asa? Welcome in. First time chatter. It's so nice to see so many people for the first time today. Happy Friday, everyone. On Dryland. Well, hey, welcome to Earth. Welcome to the Dryland Dog Watch. Glad to have you here. So the Markiplier movie based on a video game. Oh, okay. Interesting. You have to come back and tell me what it's like. I'm very interested what that movie's about. Like how good it is, because I know, so I've seen some good and bad about him making a movie. I saw, like, a lot of people are hyping him up because it's, like, it's very cool that he did. But then I saw a video on my For You page. I didn't watch it, or my Explore page on YouTube, that someone was like, the death of YouTube communities, and it had Markiplier on the thing. I was like, what? That's like, what? I didn't get that, but I'm going to try to watch it this weekend, too. Okay, yes, Brother Bear, you'll have to come back to me and tell me if it's worth watching. Here we go again. What's up, Ziddick? Currently leveling a hunter for that eventual hunter healer. Oh, man, that would go hard. Your pets just attack your allies, but they heal them somehow. You have, like, snake pets that, like, sting for good healing? I don't know. Clickbait? Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I didn't click it, but, yeah. Looking for something maybe slightly on the easier side. I tend to be more of a reactive healer. Okay, so easier and reactive. We could probably figure that out. OG character was a priest. I was about to say, okay. But also Holy Pally and Resta Druid Shaman looks fun. I wouldn't say Holy Paladin's like super easy, to be honest. But I personally think that Oracle Disc Priest, if you like priests, Oracle Disc Priest is like, it is the easiest version of Disc Priest that we've ever seen, and you'd have fun. It's a fun time. You're putting massive shields on people. Which sounds proactive, but like you can use them reactively as like a little shock heal too, shock shield. Um, you have giant penances that do a bunch of healing. Like I think Oracle Disc Priest is like pretty. Honestly, it's pretty reactive nowadays for a shield healer, for what a shield healer could be in the reactive sphere. But there, you could honestly you could play anything. I think Holy Paladin would be good too. Okay, let me catch up on YouTube chat. Whew, I'm working hard, guys. I'm trying to catch up. You guys are popping off. It's so good to see you guys. Hype for Midnight, though. Great time to play Paladin. Now that they've reverted the changes to Paladin, I'm very excited to play my Paladin, to be honest. I'm curious. Like, did I jump the gun making Mistweaver my main again? I don't know. I don't think so, because I feel like Mistweaver's never a bad main. Oh, I need to swap to Ascendant. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut Healing Rain. Do I cut us? Let's try it with Ascendance. Thing is, like, I just don't know how we're supposed to get our... I feel like Wave Speaker's Blessing can't be bad with Deeply Rooted. For, like, that fight. That fight's kind of all I'm worried about. Acid Rain we don't need. We can take Earth and Harmony. Very nice. Primal Attack Orb we don't really need because we're playing Farseer. And plus, I don't know. I'm legit loving the new transmog system with direct. See, I haven't really delved into it. I logged into my Paladin and like opened the transmog mount, and I was like, this is too much. I'll just go with what I have. So I kind of just like forgot about it. What are we doing? We need to buff the squad. I have Earth Shield on the tank. We need to ready check. But yeah, I am also very hyped for Midnight. And if you have it so you can swap in and out of forms when in and out of combat, it randomizes with every valid outfit. Oh, that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. Was you the nice guy that made a video about one-button rotation? No. I mean, kind of. Because Mistweaver can have a one-button rotation basis. So I've mentioned it in videos if that's what you're talking about. But I did make a video about that lightning build for sure. Easier plus reactive healer, Paladin, or H-Priest is a great example too. H-Priest is pretty easy and reactive. The downside is you're playing H-Priest, which is just not, it's not tuned for Mythic Plus. It's a spec that's tuned for Raid, if I'm being real. So it's hard to suggest that. Oh, they changed the visual for Apex Talents. Yeah, they did. It looks very clean. Oh, wait, what? That's what I was like, where did I get all these talent points from? It completely blanked me. I should be playing this, by the way. So if you're looking at this, like, why isn't he playing Stormtrooper? It was not on purpose. I, like, logged in today. It was like, hey, we reset your talents. I was like, okay. Sweet. Let's pick up Healing Rain and mess around and cook a bit. And then here I am now. I just don't have my Apex. The Apex talent for this spec is really powerful, and that's probably why our healing should be around like 80-ish K for like that last fight. Like we should have more healing there. Yikes, man! What are we doing? You're playing my current main, so very interested in this. You're playing Farseer or Totemic. We're trying to cook with Totemic. I'm like, I want to play at New Ascendance, because they just kind of reworked. They reworked it. Oh boy. I don't know about this, but I'm also apparently I'm not playing Apex Talent, which is a mistake. I definitely should be playing Apex Talent. I also might have some habits from old like recent. It's not the old Ascendance, but I might have some habits built over kind of like tidal waves habits. But I guess now technically you do have tidal waves. Let's go ahead and put a stun out. We've got a deeply rooted elements proc, which is pretty cool. Trying to always have something that I can press when I need to move. Oh boy, Tank getting cooked alive. Yeah, I should have dropped Spirit Link Totem, but honestly I don't even think that saves him. I don't know, man. I'm struggling to find the play. Let's reset. Reset. I'm going to reset, but I'm also going to I'm gonna swap my talents, man. We need our Apex. That Apex is so good. How's that monk looking in Mythic Plus so far? F tier? No, not at all. I feel like it. Mistweaver's kind of sleeper. And there's a lot of negativity in the monk community that I've heard of. But you know, as someone who likes to make their own opinions, I'm having a good time. I really do think Mistweaver is really sick. It has some really cool interactions that you can build around. It is not letting me get out of dungeon. Leave the dungeon. It's not letting me reset. Sweet. Okay, now this guy's offline. So it says it's been reset, but I'm still being threatened with a lever penalty. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Mistweaver. More than I thought I would. The new 500% renewing Mist talent is Mistline is fun. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool. So here's what just happened. The Death Knight got DC'd from the game. Oh, okay, never mind. It bugged and kicked the kicked the priest. Oh boy, just beta problems. Okay, let's swap around some talents. Let's get rid of some of these bad talents. Pick up our Apex, then we can come back through. We need our Apex. Apex is really strong. Downpour, we don't need. We're literally not playing Healing Rain. So what are we doing? I feel like it's just so awkward to build a build, because now instead of having Whispering Waves, which was crazy good, you have Tidal Waves, which Tidal Waves is great if you're able to really cash in on it, and I just don't know if you are. I don't know if Riptide into Healing Wave is enough payment. Like, Riptide into Chain Heal, you're getting a lot of value from Tidal Waves, but you can't really do that. Okay, so apparently the Death Knight doesn't have gear, so we're waiting on the Death Knight to get gear, so it gives me time to catch up on chat. Let's see. Thank you for the positivity on Mistweaver. So much negativity lately. I enjoy it on the beta. Yes, there's bugs. Yeah, there's a ton of bugs, but it's a beta. It's a beta environment. And as someone who's been playing Smite 2 in its beta environment for like months, I have come to like the realization that beta environments are gonna have some bugs, and usually they get ironed out. But I'll be real. It's been a minute since they've really come through and done a bug fix sweep on Mistweaver. It needs one. They did fix a major bug, but they need to fix the Mistline bug, because Mistline is an awesome talent, but I'm pretty sure, unless they fix it and I just missed it, Mistline's bugged because they somehow they didn't take out the coding of Unison. If you don't know what Unison is, it's the talent that used to be where it is. So Unison is like whenever you Soothing Mist an ally, it's gonna also chain and Soothing Mist another ally. So if you notice while you're playing Mistline, you can see like a little Soothing Mist come out from it. It's casting Unison on people. It's crazy. Yeah, so it's cringe. They might have fixed it. Hopefully they did, but last time I played with that talent, it was not fixed. So it's doing more healing, like significantly more healing than it should be, just because of a bug. But I would like it if they would buff Mistline up to like 600%. Mistline's so sick. It's just a nice talent. It's like a very good. Not only is it powerful, but it's like nice quality of life too. You know what I mean? Anyways. People just shit on Mistweaver because they don't bring a good Mythic Plus. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, that's just a fundamental problem with Monk, is you don't have a B-Res, which are literal... Okay, hear me out. Our main spell is Revival, yet we can't B-Res, and we kick things for a living, and we can't kick a cast. Like, what? I mean, I know kick isn't the correct... Interrupt is the correct term. But, you know, just let me cook. Will you be playing early access when midnight comes around? I think I have access, and if I do, then yes. I think I have access. I know I bought the Midnight version that I think would let me play the early access. But either way, if I have access, I will be there. You can expect that. I'll be real with you guys. Pre-patch is not. Pre-patch is just a meme. I was playing some pre-patch, and then I was like, let me check the leaderboards and see, like, is it worth pushing on pre-patch? And then I saw that the #1 healer is just bugged. They've timed, like, all plus 18s, but they have, like, 5k IO. 5 point something K. And I was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. Whatever. It's so hard to pick classes, I know, right? It really is. Both me and my husband play, and we have a kiddo, so can't alt like we used to. I feel you there. Well, okay, so if you're dead set on healing Zyera, and you want a healer that's reactive and easy, I feel like both pre-specs can be made easy. And if maybe you throw your first dart at the board and it misses, like maybe you go with Holy Priest, you're like, this isn't fun, let me try Disc Priest, then you have a second dart, you know, whereas other healers don't have that. So if you really want, you know, if you have limited time and just want to, you know, have as much of a chance to get the right choice right the first time, I would recommend that, right? I literally can't play without lighter than air. I know, right? I know it is rough. I was playing a build without it for the first time in months, and it was like, it was crazy. It was crazy. Okay, let's do a ready check now that this guy has his gear /RC. We really have to pocket heal the tank here, which has me worried. But I'm basically going to be alternating Riptide and Healing Wave onto the tank, trying to keep his health up. Because that's kind of all that matters here. But I don't know about Resto Shaman. I'm a fan of the old build. I know a lot of people weren't. I'm curious, if you're a Resto Shaman main, what is, like, your sentiment? And then what's the general sentiment of Whispering Waves? Like, did most people like it? Did you like it? I'm curious. I'm kind of stuck on a choice between H Paladin and Disc Priest. Yeah, both are honestly both. I feel like you literally can't go wrong in Midnight. Every healer has a good reason to main it. Even Mistweaver, even though a lot of people are dooming it. Even Holy Priest. Like, a lot of people are dooming all these specs, but think of it like this. Like, people will doom their spec and then swap to a new spec and hype it up. So there's all this bouncing around. Everyone's dooming and then swapping and hyping things up. So it's like, it's going in all directions. It's not like one spec is seriously doomed over all the rest, you know. For a while there, Holy Paladin was. Then they reverted that change, so. Okay, we did not pull those mobs. Yikes. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's our Apex talent. That's the nice healing right there. And we get another proc. Ooh! Love to see it. Okay, we are going to put that down. So I have Ascendance on reserve. Wait till Spirit Link does its thing. Oh, tank. Oh, tank. Okay, now we need to Ascendance. Like I said, I'm like just pocket healing the tank. Is new Arsham M+ build basically the Season 3 raid build? It was. So the Season 3 raid build was like cast Riptides, play Farseer to get more Riptides, and then you cash in with like Healing Waves to get Whispering Waves cleave value. But they just removed... Oh, tank, you ran away from me, buddy. But they just removed Whispering Waves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if... I'm like literally casting every global into this tank and he's not living. A little sus. A little sus. Okay, the tank said they're not going to do the whole room, which is fair. This is that... Oh, we need to do current segment. I was about to say, this is that same rogue, but then I looked and there is no rogue. Alright, reset number 3. Third time's a charm. Currently, the biggest issue for Mistweaver is ooming in 2 to 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 100%. The mana in Raid, even in Mythic Plus, if I'm being honest, but the mana in Raid is the biggest issue by a lot. Like, by a lot. For a while, the biggest issue was the Crackling Jade Lightning bug, because then you just literally couldn't test it, and, you know, testing is very important.
Welcome, friend.
But now, I would argue the two biggest bugs, which there's a long list of bugs for Mistweaver. The two biggest ones are the Mistline, and then I call it a bug, the mana, just because it's so bad. It's not a bug, but it's so bad that it feels like a bug. So yeah, the mana needs fixing. They need to rebuff Manatee because they had nerfed Manatee. If you remember, they had nerfed it, and it made sense for the time. But now we're in a different time. We're in midnight, and we need that buff back because now we can cast Shayloons every other global. You know what I mean? Like we need our Manatee to get rebuffed. Stoked to see your Resto Shaman. It's been my main for a while. How did the changes feel? I'll be real, Ian. I don't like the changes. I loved last week's Resto Shaman before they just did these changes. I think Ascendance might be a dub. I don't know. I was also fine with old Ascendance, but I know it like didn't really scale well into like raid and stuff. But this new Ascendance is like fine. You just feel like a healing stream totem. You're just like a walking healing stream totem, right? Your healing waves always critical and heals one additional ally at 0.5% effectiveness. Okay, you know. I mean, it does make your mana a little bit better, but like your mana's already fine. Like, I was a fan of old. I was a fan of the recent 2 iterations of Ascendance. Okay, everyone's ready. I'm just sitting here thinking. Countdown 10. Let's do this. Okay, 3rd time's the charm, Tank. We need you to live, buddy. He said he's not pulling the whole room. Or he's a 13 now. Oops, I forgot to... Hold on. My meta. I know. Give me a second. Okay, we're going. Hold up. Okay, we're good. I don't think the tank pressed Ascendance, pressed meta, which is fine. Oh yeah, he did. He typed a question mark. We're good. Nah, I'm dooming every spec. Nerdies, no. We need you. Don't doom every spec.
I am delighted that you received our invitation.
I'm dooming every spec. The thing is, like, I had come to terms with the state of all the healers. Like, I had come to terms with the builds that were being played. And then they just, like, came and shook things up and, like... I don't know. I did not think they were needed. I'm sure, like, I kind of want to talk to my guildie Shamrock and see what his thoughts are on the shaman changes. I'm sure he would have a more in-depth opinion. Okay, so we aren't pulling the whole room, he said. There we go. Let's try to get some damage off. Maybe we can help kill these things before they kill us. And by us, I mean our tank. And maybe while our tank has his cooldowns active, I should just be sitting here spamming DPS. There's a DRE proc. And the thing is, too, like, so they changed, they removed Whispering Waves and brought back Tidal Waves. Which, if you don't know Tidal Waves, it basically rewards you for, tank. It rewards you for alternating between Riptide and, like, another spell, like Healing Wave. Which is basically what Whispering Waves kind of did, too. But the way that Ascendance was before they just changed it was the same thing. Previous Ascendance was like, hey, cast a Riptide, then cast a Healing Wave, and that Healing Wave will do more. That's what Ascendance was. But now they changed it, so it's like, I feel like the most recent version of Ascendance would pair very well with new Tidal Waves. So I don't know. It's just a weird one. It's in a weird state. It's in a weird state. Whoa, Hunter, come on now. Come on now. But I like it. I still think Resto Shaman is a winner. I think the loser list in Midnight is very short, to be honest. But I am also generally overly positive about things. So I encourage you, if you're like, wait, what's he talking about? Like, why is he saying this is good when you think it's bad? Keep your opinion. Don't let me change your opinion. You can use my opinion to reassess yours, but, you know, let your opinion be your opinion.
What are you doing?
Me? That is too much nature. What are you
Tank, we're trying to stack on you, buddy. Stop moving.
What is that thing?
But yeah, Jade, I also loved Whispering Wave. Whoa, that's not good. That's our B-res too.
New students.
We want to reset. Oh, this dungeon's so cursed. Tank's kind of toxic, but it's kind of funny. Tank said, "Did we start the game today?" Whoa, Tank! Yeah, we are not stacked at all. Okay, let's kick that because we have a kick for some reason. Whoa, you can't be hit by that. What the heck? Get in, team. Tank literally just moved out of that. This is so cooked. This is so cooked. The tank moved out of the bleed because he was just getting chomped to bits by the little ads. Oh, man. We need someone to crash out and get them reversed in 24 hours like Pally's. I'll be the guy. I'll fall on the sword. Do you want me? The thing is, like, I don't want to crash out and then read, like, all the shamans hate me because they like the new changes. You know what I mean? Yeah, so people are leaving this group honestly good because this group was not it. Respectfully, but sure, we'll just run it back. We will run it back. But yeah, you need to stand in that circle. It cleanses the bleed on you, and that bleed hurts. Bleed really hurts. To be honest, I think we need a mana cost reduction. Yes, for sure. Either that, or they need to add the mana reduction back to Manatee. But you know, Midnight's all about simplifying things and removing those 2-step buffs and just adding 1-step buffs. So I think Narities, I think yours is the Midnight version of buffing our mana. So instead of adding the mana reduction back to Manatee, they probably should just reduce the mana costs of things. You know what I mean? So I think you're right. Like they should just go back through and do that. Pick our poison. It's not letting me invite these guys. So it's not letting me invite either of them. So I can decline them, but I can't invite them. That's sure, Blizzard. That makes sense. How's it hanging? It's going very well, Gumshoe. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Still a little bit under the weather. But we're vibing. I didn't mind last week Ascendant. Yeah, I didn't mind it either. The whole like alternate. What is this? Literally, Blizzard, fix this. Why can't I invite these people? Hello? This guy's name is Pubes. The heck? Anyways, that bird was perfect as Prevoker because you could remove the bleed. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Couldn't you, like, could you echo your bleed removal back then? Was that a thing, too, or no? I mean, the thing is, that boss is super easy as long as everyone just literally stands in the giant circle. But, yeah, this is, like, I guess I'm not going to be able to form a group. I might have to, we're just going to have to find a group. Sure. This one has a tank. Put me in, coach. No, but you could stasis it. That's true. So you could remove, like, well, you couldn't remove 2, but you could remove, say you had one ally that didn't know the mechanic. You could pop stasis, remove the bleed from them, and then the next time the bleed gets applied to them, you just remove it again with popping stasis. But stasis only lasts 30 seconds?
Hey, how you doing?
Or is it a minute? 30? I don't know. My brain's not in Provoker mode right now. Provoker was so broken, Dragonflight Season 1. Yeah, that was Ruby Life Pool season. Yeah, it was crazy. Them and Restage Road were filthy. Filthy. A Haranir Shaman would be pretty dope. See, I don't even know I don't know what the racials to Harnier are. I haven't really dabbled with that much. I should, but I haven't. Have not dabbled with it. I haven't tried Totemic with the new changes. I have not, but I do want to. I definitely do want to. I'd have to go digging for an updated build for Totemic, but I definitely do want to try out Totemic with it. The thing is, we just keep hitting walls where like our tank is getting destroyed on this first pack, or someone like just dies on a boss so we can't kill it. You know, like we keep hitting these stupid walls that like shouldn't be there. I want to get over those walls with Farseer and just see first, you know. Also, we can't see our healing breakdown, which is tragic. That is tragic. I should go back to Prevoker just for easy rank, since not many people play. That's true, honestly. That's true. The thing is, the few people that do play Prevoker are diehard. Like, they are crazy. There's that guy named Crive. I'm sure you know. If you've played Prevoker, I'm sure you know Crive. That guy's ridiculous. I was watching his stream the other day. That guy is so good. Like he's so good. But you know, Prevoker is one of those specs that allows for a lot of skill expression. So like, if you play it for like season after season, you can get very good. I'm not someone who could main Prevoker for many seasons. But if you are, like, hats off to you. But it just doesn't really do it for me like that, you know. Oh, I did not buff the squad. We need to Earthshield the tank. Oh boy, Druid pulled aggro. Yeah, Druid's probably dead. Run, look at this little chicken running. Oh my god, that's so funny. I just look in the corner of my screen, he's like, ah! Like waddling toward me like, help. Okay, we're gonna early ascendance here. Oh, tank. Making me greed casts. This is just a 12, so in theory it should be easier. I feel like really the only difference that I've noticed in 12s and 15s with the scaled like beta stuff is oh, Hunter, come on now. Like boss health pools are just harder to shoot through in 15s. Which does matter. There's a lot of like heal checky, race to the finish line kind of bosses. I have to Spirit Link Totem. Okay, let me see. We're trying to really like cycle our buttons, so trying to keep our healing stream totem cooling down. I don't want to go down to 0 stacks of it, but I don't want to sit at 2 stacks too long. And I'm trying to sit on my Unleash Life cooldown, like let it, I want that thing always cooling down because that is basically a free ancestor. And then same with Ancestral Swiftness. If you've played Farseer Shaman, all of this sounds so familiar to you. Okay. Tank lipped. That is checkbox number 1. We've made it through the first third of this dungeon. Oh, their daughter's waking up.
Me? That is too much nature.
I'm sorry, what does that mean for the
What is
group?
that thing? This is your fault.
How does that affect me?
Absolutely not.
Please help us, new students.
Oh, what are we doing? We're backstepping out. Oh. Hey, the druid's still locked in, though. The druid is staring at the boss. Let's try boss, they say. Oh, come on. I thought of the coolest spec, by the way. Oh, Narities, let me have it. I want to know. What, give me this cookery. I need the cookery. Dude, we are kind of blasting this boss. I mean, Balanced Druid just does that. And their cooldowns, they do so much single target. Okay, we did not move in a circle, we just moved left because someone was cutting us off. That's okay, we have some good chain lightning damage coming. I say good, that's not good. Top Ascendance, oh, we get a free Ascendance proc, never mind. Find a tank, find a tank. Whoa! There they go. Get in! I don't know if the hunter got in. My UI's a little scuffed. For some reason, it's not showing me those bleeds on people's health bars. Okay, Mage is back. Mage is back. We also still have Ascendance and SLT. We should be fine. Oh, this hunter not stacking with us is crazy. Oh, that Mage Blink was also chaos. Luckily, it's this set, but this set's also scary to spread out. Because what you don't kill with this set just comes back to bite you later, you know? Let's go in Ascendance. We're definitely going to need it. Come on, Mage. Live, my boy. Live. Oh, Drew did not get in. Drew did not get in. Yikes. Drew's probably going to die. I think Mage didn't get in either. People are definitely dying here. I think we just sacrificed the Druid so that I can spotulate everyone else. I did use SLT trying to save the Druid. We might be able to save them. No, people are just dying. 2 people didn't get in the soak. They still have that nasty bleed on them. The heal check behind the bleed is really interesting. Like I think it's a cool take on a heal check. It's basically heal them until they succumb to it. So like, or until the soak goes off. So you have like, you just have to heal through this nasty bleed for like 5 seconds. Then ideally everyone sits in the soak, and the bleed just gets removed. But there we had our 2 casters. Not so the bleed sits on them for even longer. Tank. Oh, we need to stun those. I have to pocket heal the tank on the move, which is not ideal. Oh. Dude, this dungeon's like cursed. What the heck? This is the easy dungeon. This is the easy one. Oh no. Why are our groups like cursed, man? Oh boy. I mean, to be fair, I think this group is going to disband after that boss anyways, because the person said their daughter's waking up, but even still, yeah, they said sorry, GG. That's okay. Okay, let's hear this new spec idea that Narrative has. A commander warrior. A support DPS warrior spec. Okay, so not a healer, not a DPS, a support, a commander warrior. Already I love it. I'm thinking like you drop banners that buff your allies when they stand in them. You shout, that gives them inspiration and buffs them. I love the concept already, but let me read on. So it focuses on improving shouts, yes. So shouts that like invigorate your team to fight harder, I guess. And strong single target buffs to increase the efficiency of the team as much as possible. So I'm guessing like single target buffs would be, what would a warrior do? That would be a single target buff. Maybe like hand them a stronger weapon or something, like gifting people different weapons. By the way, if they took Lightsmith Holy Paladin and made that into its own spec, like Lightsmith Paladin, and that was a support spec, now we're cooking. You just gift out these crazy weapons for a bit. Like you sit there forging up a weapon and then you gift it to a player. That would be sick. Okay, hold on. That might be a cool video idea. Anyways, okay, so increase the efficiency of the team as much as possible. I think it's this is a fantasy warrior that is really missing. I agree, except I think banners, like dropping little if you think like who is it? There's someone in Heroes of the Storm that's a warrior from WoW's lore that drops a banner that just buffs everyone inside of it. Like, I think banners would be cool. I mean, banners would be lame though. You just have a bunch of AoE effects. So I guess yeah, somehow, some way you'd have to find a way that a warrior would what's the lore behind a warrior single target buffing though? Is what I'm struggling with. I think to me, the only thing is like maybe you like shout specifically, like, "Hey, you need to get better," you know. At the moment, I play Mistweaver Monk, ranged. Okay. In earlier videos, I saw you doing a lot of Jade Lightning, and it healed pretty much. But when I do, I feel like it sucks. Okay, keep in mind, in those earlier videos, it was bugged, so it does less healing now than it did. It still does very good healing, though, Robin. It should do pretty fine healing. But it does less healing now than it did probably in the OG videos that I did on it, because it was bugged back then. However, it still should be doing good healing. Keep in mind, though, Robin, the way that your Jade Lightning heals is through a talent or a passive called Ancient Teachings, which we could do a Caster Key. I feel like there's enough people that have mentioned Caster Monk in the stream, so we can do some Caster healing. But it heals through Ancient Teachings. And Ancient Teachings specifically says it'll heal injured allies, so if everyone in your party is fully topped up, it's not going to do much healing. Or it's not going to heal them. If everyone's full health, it's going to do actual 0 healing. So if you go into your spellbook and type in Ancient Teachings. So that's the first thing to note, is that it'll heal only injured allies. So you're probably not seeing much healing from it because like maybe only one person's injured, and then it's just all funneling into that 1 health bar. But also make sure, Robin, make sure that you are talented into Jade Fire Teachings. I know a lot of people like to play builds that are both Jade Empowerment and Rushing Wind Kick because that seems like it should be a fun build. The problem, though, is that if you take Rushing Wind Kick, your Crackling Jade Lightning will do significantly less healing. So if you're playing a lightning build, make sure that you are playing Jade Fire Teachings. That is what buffs your lightning healing by a lot. Like, that is what activates your lightning healing for the most part. Drill Sergeant spec, dude, I love it. Drill Sergeant Warrior, you just literally yell at your team, dude. That's crazy. But you know, the trick to the spec is you don't have any buttons. Okay, you don't have spells. Instead, you have voice activation. You have to yell into your mic. Basically, you're just the 21st. If anything, you're just the raid leader warrior. Dude, that's a good, I love it. I love it. Warrior should have a bloodlust, but it should only go to Drill Sergeant Warrior. Can you make a video at some point about how the lightning build works? Yes, I can, Border Code. I do, I have a, so I have my Mistweaver guide made, for the typical build, and I'm working on a caster one, so as we get closer to the actual launch of Midnight, I will have a two Mythic Plus Mistweaver guides come out, which one's going to be the Caster Lightning build, and one of them's just going to be the standard Punch Kick build. So you'll have 2 guides coming out, and then you'll also have a raid guide, so you'll have everything you need to get started, fully in-depth guides, not just like the quick thing like I did last video. But do I need to use Tiger Palm first to activate? No. So Ancient Teachings, you constantly, here's the rundown on lightning for Borcode and Robin. As a monk, as a Mistweaver monk, you always have Ancient Teachings active. So you always will be doing 30% of your damage as healing. If you're talented into Jade Fire Teachings, instead, you always have an additional 215%. So I think it's like, what, 245 is what it should be? What? Why does it say an additional 215, but now it says 205? I don't know. I think maybe that's a bug, is they should fix the Ancient Teachings thing. But if you talent into Jade Fire Teachings, it instead just giga buffs your Ancient Teachings. So now your damage spells, your single target damage spells, and I'm including Crackling Jade Lightning in that, will now heal for a bunch of healing for the damage they do. And that's it. That's the trick to it, is you no longer have to do something to turn this buff on. You just have to exist as a Mistweaver to have the baseline weak version. But then in order to get the full empowered version, you take Jade Fire Teachings, and this just buffs it. But when you use Tiger Palm in pre-patch, you get a buff also about so that you're I think you might be like me. I am dyslexic, and I used to mix these buffs up all the time. So it's not Ancient Teachings that you're getting when you cast Tiger Palm, but instead it's Teachings of the Monastery. It's a different buff. They have literally almost the same icon, But when you press Tiger Palm, this is the one that makes your blackout kick, your next blackout kick, hit an additional time. So, it's like if I Tiger Palm a dummy once, my next blackout kick will hit twice, and so on and so forth. So, Teachings of the Monastery is the buff that you're getting. It just has a similar icon. But you constantly, like, you always have Ancient Teachings active. It's a core passive as a Mistweaver. Like, just being a Mistweaver, spec'd into Mistweaver, you have this. The trick is, though, if you want to empower it and make it do actual meaningful healing, you have to talent into Jadefire Teachings. I know, like I said earlier, a lot of people think, oh, I'm playing a caster build, let me swap from... I'm not punching and kicking, why would I need Jadefire Teachings? Let me swap to Rushing Wind Kick. And that's tripping people up, because now they're like, wait, why is my Lightning doing no healing? It's because you need Jadefire to have it, to do a lot of healing. Okay, let's get into a key of 10's. Probably not going to do it. Let's do it. I haven't done some of these dungeons in a minute. Let's do Skyreach. I remember Skyreach being hard. I don't know if they've... I remember it was harder... It was weirdly harder when they buffed it. Or when they nerfed it. So they're like, oh, we're going to make the visuals, the icons, or the stuff on the ground easier to see. Okay, cool. That sounds fun. Let me go run a Skyreach and see how it looks. You go into Skyreach and it's unplayable. It's like the things, yes, they're easier to see if you're underground. Where's my key? Dude, my bags are a hot mess on beta. I say on beta as if it's different on live. It's not. My bags are always a hot mess. Okay, there it is. So you have a 14 Skyreach. Let's run it. Caster, is there anything different? Tranquility. Ooh, okay, we're going to be running with single target Shayloons. Is that good in Skyreach? I don't think so, but we're going to still run it. Sure, YOLO. Let's just jump in. Start a group. Relaxed. Let's jam. One last question for you, Robin. Don't think that I'm annoyed by questions. I love this. So like if you are unclear, like Mistweaver's it's a weird spec because they don't do a good job about explaining it. Like they really don't. Because like if you were brand new to Mistweaver and you're reading this, like you're like, what is Ancient Teachings? You have to go into your spellbook, type in Ancient Teachings to find it. So Mistweaver is a very weird spec. Don't get me wrong. So if you have questions, I am more than happy to answer them. Like my goal is to make it easier for you to understand, and I do not mind. So keep them coming. If this is helping you, like definitely keep it coming. Oh, okay. Sorry, I totally blanked. My ADHD took over. Okay, one last question for you. I see you play with Shayloon's gift, plus also that it heals 2 more people. Does it really make a difference? Because I don't use Shayloons, but other talents. Does that matter? So Shayloons is really powerful. I think Shayloons is the play. But you could play with, instead of Shayloons, you could opt out of it, and that would make you have Vivify. And Vivify is fine. I personally am just a fan of Shayloons. And I think it's significantly more powerful. But you either... So Shayloons can either heal 1, 3... or 5 allies, okay? So if you're talented into Emperor's Favor, it heals 1 ally. If you're not talented into either of these, it heals 3. And if you are talented into Legacy of Wisdom, it heals 5 allies, right? The benefit to it healing 5 allies is that it will never miss the ally that needs healing the most. So say that you're in a dungeon. Okay, you have 5 people, right? So you're in a dungeon, you have 5 people in your party. 2 people are getting destroyed. Say that 2 people have a dot on them, they are getting destroyed. You cast Shayloon's Gift on the lowest one, so say the Balanced Druid, you cast Shayloon's Gift on him, and you're crossing your fingers, praying that the mage, the other guy that's getting wrecked, is one of the other 2 people that gets healed by Shayloon's, and he's not, and he dies. Right? So Legacy of Wisdom is great because it adds consistency, whereas 3 target Shayloons is pretty inconsistent because it has a chance to miss those cleaves onto the wrong target. You know what I mean? Same with Emperor's Favor. It also adds consistency, but in a different way. It makes it do a lot more healing to a single target and only heal that single target, but at least you know what you're getting. Like, at least you can plan for it to be a single target healing spell. You know what I mean? So, in a way, it adds consistency. But yeah, in a 5-man environment, healing 5 people is good. It's really good. Also, having a single target instant giant shock heal is also very good in a single target environment, because if you can pick who that single target is. Like, if Emperor's Favor had some extra line that says, but it heals a random ally, that would be bad. You would not play that, right? But I think Shayloon's is very powerful, and I think that either of these talents makes it better. In Raid, in a 20-man environment, odds are you're not going to... Everyone's going to be taking damage. So you don't really care about taking these talents as much in Raid. You can, but like, you don't care to hit 2 additional people with the cleave in a Raid. You're fine to hit 3 people. But in a Mythic Plus, it adds significant consistency. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense, or maybe I did a poor job of explaining? Borcode said, I never knew Crackling Jade Lightning healed. So they added it. When did they add this? They added this back in, like, maybe, I think, early War Within. Ancient Teachings used to not mention Jade Lightning, but then they made it mention Jade Lightning, because that's when they... I think they did this at the same time, but they added Crackling Jade Lightning to Ancient Teachings at the same time that they added the old version of Jade Empowerment, the one that, like, giga buffs your next Crackling Jade Lightning, the one from the War Within. So I think they added those at the same time. But yeah, Ancient Teachings didn't used to mention Crackling Jade Lightning, but it does now, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. What else? We got Joe. Oh, gosh. Okay. Jerone? I'm going to say Jerone. Correct me if that's wrong. But Jerone Neat Doan says, I'm considering going Holy Paladin. Then I saw the Crusader Strike changes, and I don't want to play Holy Paladin no more, as I don't want this melee enforced. Now that's reverted. Now what is it? It's what it was. So Holy Paladin is back to what it was when you wanted to play it, if that makes sense. So basically you were like, I want to play Holy Paladin. And then they ruined it. And you were like, I don't want to play Holy Paladin. And now they're like, we made a mistake. Let's take that back. So now, in my mind, if I were you, I probably would go back to wanting to play Holy Paladin. If that's what your question was. Okay. Robin says, but when you got hots on others, then it still heals the others too, right? When you heal one person with gifts. No. So think of Invigorating Mists as a modal talent. Think of it like this. If you're talented into Shayloon's gift, it does... Yeah, so we got healed by Gust of Mist, Renewing Mist, and Shayloon's gift. We did not get healed by Invigorating. I just had to check. But think of it like this. When you're talented into Shayloon's gift, Invigorating Mists only says that last little line. Shayloon's gift, healing is increased by 500% on its primary target. When you're talented out of Shayloon's gift, it says Vivify will cleave heal. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. Yo! Border Code with the Prime sub. Do those Bezos bucks. They hit hard, man. I appreciate the support, Border Code. You are the GOAT. Thank you for the Prime sub. You have no idea. Every sub goes a long way in supporting the channel. Also, what the heck is going on, dude? No one's queuing up to our group. Are people that afraid of having a Mistweaver monk? I could do Mysar Caverns, but I'll be real, I don't want to. El Bean, you ready for the storm? Dude, my little toesies are freezing off. They are falling off of my body. I am not. If that's the storm you're talking about, the cold storm, I am not ready. Yo! Breakfast. I love your name. I hope it's a reference to that old video where that guy was like, breakfast. But thank you once again for the Prime sub to those Bezos bucks. I say it all the time, but stealing money from Jeff Bezos has never looked so good. I appreciate you, breakfast. Goodness. Hatchling4839 says, what up, Ninja? I have a question, please. In your talent guide, roughly 5 days ago, you said you were running Shayloons in raids. Are you still doing so? I've seen builds that do both, but I think most other people have preferred Shayloons in raid. You could play Vivify in raid, honestly, because you have enough Renewing Mist to cleave, but the problem is that the cleave is okay. The cleave is okay. I have personally really liked Shayloons in raid. You could play Vivify though. I don't think it affects your healing that much, like to where it would be you would, you know, do significantly less. Like you could do, hey, there's a Mistweaver. You could take Vivify and probably still put up crazy good numbers, right? Especially in pre-patch. Pre-patch is kind of a meme. But in beta, on raid testing, I personally have seen better results from Shayloons. Archon and Wowhead are saying go Vivify and raids. I like Shayloons more. I mean, like I said, I've seen mixed results, but I have seen better results with Shayloons. But who knows? They are changing things daily, so we'll see. We'll see where it like really lands. But I'm leaning more towards Shayloons at the moment. But we still will be able to do some raid testing and stuff. But we will see. We will see. I mean, it might just be a pre-patch thing. Might just be a pre-patch thing that Vivify is doing better. But personally, I have had very good results with Shayloons. I'm going to run a few keys using your Zap build. Sounds good, Borcode. You might find a group before I do. This is ridiculous. No one is queuing up. Okay, let's do a Nexus Point Xenos. Let's do it. Or let's, at least, I guess, queue up for it. Who knows if they want to Mistweaver Monk. Love you, love your guides. I'll come follow on Twitch too. Thanks, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Hatchling. Thank you so much for the support. Is pre-patch much different than beta at the moment? The difference is, Robin, that pre-patch is so nerfed. Like, what I mean by that is that enemies that you fight are nerfed. So, like when I, for example, I did beta raid testing, right? And like we couldn't get halfway through a boss. It was a mythic boss, and like it was just Giga Overton. I'm pretty sure it was bugged too, but we were doing it, and it felt like we were raiding and progging on a boss. Like it felt like we were trying to kill this boss, and it was hard. And then I show up to my guild's raid night on Tuesday night, and my guild's raid, normally what we do in a week is we re-clear all 7 buffs. We can re-clear the first 7 bosses in 1 week, and then we can kill Dimensius the next week. That's kind of where our guild is at, about that pacing. But the last 2 raid weeks, we've shown up, killed all the raid bosses in about 15 minutes, and then been done with raid night. Like, that's how quick not 15, it's been like 25, but that's how quick our raid goes. Like, it is so easy to just nuke down a boss on pre-patch right now. It's ridiculous. So that's what I mean by the game as a whole is like nerfed. Yo, Hatchling over on Twitch. Hatchling's evil stepbrother. I appreciate you with the follow. How many follows are we at on Twitch now? I mean, that's great. That's a number that I haven't paid to as much. But I feel like, dude, it's getting kind of crazy. It is getting kind of crazy. Where are we at? How do I check that? Dude, okay, there's the groups. There they are. Do we go back into Algathar? Sure, why not? Magister? Ooh, Magisters is fun. Windrunner Spire. So I've had this, like, thought. What if you played... Hear me out. What if you played this exact build, but you swap to Way of the Crane. Let me cook, okay? That's stupid. Don't let me cook. Take the apron off. Take the chef hat off. We're done. How do I check my follower count on Twitch? I don't even know, dude. Don't even know. We are past 3K. Y'all are insane. I appreciate it so much. Y'all are ridiculous with the support. Thank you guys. Past 3K follows on Twitch. That is like, if I were to go back in time like 5 years and tell myself like, hey, this is the progress you're gonna make in the next few years, like in terms of your like dream of being a content creator, like I wouldn't. I don't know. I would not believe it. I'd be like, no, you're lying. You're fake. Get out of here. Yo, Luffy, catching up for new expansion. Which spec mage do you think is sexiest? Okay, sexiest. Frost Mage. I think Frost Mage is sexiest. That's the answer. Frost Mage, sexiest mage. You heard it here first. That's a lot of buffs, Kappa. Oh, I missed something. A lot of buffs. Did they just announce buffs? Uh-oh, hold on. Did they announce buffs? Tuning. Okay, so more Devourer tuning posted 37 minutes ago. No, I don't think so. I don't think new buffs have come in since. Yeah. So it's just Devourer. Dude, Devourer is such a hot mess. It is such a hot mess. How many of you guys have played Devourer on the beta? When you said boss. Oh, okay. When I said buffs instead of bosses, I see. Also, this guy Chiad. What's up, Chiad? I wonder if Chiad is watching. Let's get in a Soothing Mist battle. Mine's better. That's right. Notice he stopped as soon as we displayed the dominance. Ha ha ha. Ours is stronger. Okay, let's see. Is Unison still healing? Or do they fix it? Does it show? Or doesn't it show on details? I feel like I need to update my details though. Or whatever this is. I guess you can't update it. Yeah, Frost is hot. That's what I'm saying, man. I played Frost Death Knight, or not Frost Death Knight. Well, I did play Frost Death Knight last season. But I played a little bit of Frost Mage at some point in Shadowlands. Shadowlands lasted so long that it's all a blur, and I don't know when things happen during Shadowlands. I just know that they happened, right? Okay, so at some point in Shadowlands, I was playing Frost Mage. I liked it, because back then, it was like the OG 2-button rotation. You literally press 2 buttons, but they were fun. They were really satisfying. One of those buttons was Blizzard. The other was Frozen, or I guess technically it was a 3-button rotation, but one of them was Blizzard. Blizzard is just a satisfying button. Part of the reason why I love playing Resto Shaman so much is I love Healing Rain. I love those, like, you put down a circle and you see its effect. So what I'm trying to explain is, like, I like Healing Rain. I don't like Efflorescence. I like to see the effect, the rain falling down, or the ice shards falling down. I like to see the blizzard, right? So back then, I had a lot of fun playing some Frost Mage. It was pretty easy to do some good damage too. I had no idea what I was doing, but I know if I just headbanged my keyboard, some damage would come out. So it was a good time. Okay, do y'all remember what dungeon I queued up for? I want to say Magister's Terrace, which is it's a difficult key.
Have a good one.
And we're doing a 15. The thing is, I've done a Magister's Terrace, and we came so close to timing it. Like, so close to timing it. So, I want to time this key. I don't know if it was on this key. I think it was on another monk that I had made, though. I've had some, like, little rogue characters that I've been doing some testing on. Just for fun. Just making other races and stuff and classes and stuff. But, like, I'll test a few dungeons, delete the character. Do you have any recommend for me to help with that boss? With that okay, Robin, I'm sorry, I missed a chat. So I tried a Dawnbreaker tonight, but it felt so soft as Mistweaver healing. That debuff on the first boss was terrible to heal. Oh, what the heck? That debuff on the first boss. Okay, so here's the thing. Dawnbreaker was tricky to heal as Mistweaver before pre-patch, but we did have the tools. Now it is significantly harder. So Robin, what I would recommend to you is if you are playing Mistweaver and you're going into Dawnbreaker, I think 5-man Shayloons is really good. I think 5-man Shayloons is really good. So what I would do is if I see that the boss is about to apply the dot to someone, I would cast a few Enveloping Mist around. And then the moment that the boss applies the dot, I would dispel it ASAP and then do a 5-man Shayloons, and everyone's going to take enhanced healing because they have an Enveloping Mist on them. And then from there, you can just like spam around some 5-man Shayloons and hope it gets there. I think that's like your best bet, other than just like the obvious answer is like use your cooldowns, use your Yulon or Chi-Chi and stuff. Also, if you're in that dungeon, I definitely think that dungeon is a good 1 minute Chi-Chi, 1 minute Yulon dungeon. Just for that first boss nowadays. I used to like 2 minute in that boss or in that dungeon for the third boss. Second boss. But now I like 1 minute in that dungeon because you don't have your cheese that you had in season 3. Okay, we are in a caster build, and I am not in caster build mode. I feel the sickness coming back, so we'll see if I can live and if we can help the party live in this group. I also haven't done a Mistweaver key in like a week, so here we go. Okay, what build am I playing? I'm playing lightning build. Why am I spinning? I don't know. Get up against the wall. One like underrated thing about this build is just that you can cast your Jade Lightning while moving, which makes sense. Like, this is obvious. I am obviously moving right now, right? Like, I'm moving side to side. But one thing that I think a lot of people like forget about is that when you're flying through the air, you're moving. So like you can cast while moving. You can do the same, like you can Soothing Mist while moving. So like you can be casting Vivifies while flying through the air. So like that's a giga underrated part of this. So we should be getting a Lust here, hopefully. Let's go in Yulon. Okay, next thought I might have to Revival. Yeah, let's go and Revival it. I'm gonna Cocoon the next one. If I need to. Oh yeah, we're cooking. I need to reapply some Renewing Mist. I'm gonna Diffuse Magic that one away. With our Dispelling Fort Brew. Hey, okay, so that was like one of the hardest pulls of the dungeon, and we kind of cooked it. Cooked it alive. We did have to commit Revival. We did have to commit our Defensive. So I am kind of at risk on this next pool, because this next pool's no joke either. But I do have Conduit. Conduit does some solid throughput and makes me a little tankier, so I'm going to send that. So Zark, you tried Devourer, you were not a fan. I think I've only spoken to like one person that was a fan. Oh no, I pressed Yulon. I did not mean to press Yulon. Oh, I did not mean to cast it on me either. What are we doing? Here comes Ignition. Let's get some Enveloping Mist spread around. Let's Conduit. Oh yeah, that's juiced up. That is crazy. Okay, I don't have many cooldowns here. I do not have many cooldowns. This next ignition's gonna hurt. He says next ignition. He knew there wasn't gonna be another one.
I've missed this library.
Let's drink up a little bit of mana
We
tea.
can't afford to
I'm gonna
linger
cut that
here.
short. Instead, I need to put these on the bars. I like Arshawn because it lets my carpal tunnel rest for a bit. Man, Flutie going crazy. It used to. I definitely like the Whispering Waves version a little bit better for the carpal tunnel. Ow.
To think Rama could go this far to keep me out.
Okay, have you... Whoa! Have you learned that buff? What? How? Oh, we might lose someone here. I'm gonna wait until the next dot's applied. Okay. Never mind. I was really hoping that next dot would be applied to me so I can dispel it with diffuse magic. Crowd dispersal, we're about to get knocked. Alright, we're cooking. Spell ASAP. I'm gonna get in a melee so I can touch a death this guy. Yeah, get out of here. God, you hurt. Okay. We're cooking. Let's drink up again. Okay, so there's something in this dungeon that healers need to know before you come into this place. It's very important. It's not coming up. I'll try to remember. Okay, I am not here for this ignition, but we're gonna commit cocoon because I have conduit, and we can conduit here. And that cocoon will shave off time off of its cooldown quicker. One stun. Alright. But hopefully I can remember when we get there. Let's go ahead and drink up Mana Tea a little bit. Here comes ignition. I'm gonna use one. Oh, don't die, Shaman. Don't die. Okay. 1 second. Honestly, hey, I'm here for it, tank. I'm running out of cooldowns. Give me some time to drink mana, get our Yulon back. I am fine. And BFA, it was just Frostbolt and Glacial Spike. That was it. Yeah, that's kind of what it was, but it was like an AoE version of that. In the version of Shadowlands that I'm talking about. Okay, so here we don't have much cooldowns, but we do have these two. So I'm going to Cocoon and Thunder Focus Tea, so Cocoon someone, Thunder Focus Tea, I need to get out of that. We have Mana Tea, let's drink up, whoa, live, whew. Okay, but now I'm in a spot where I feel fine. I have Yulon, don't die. But you see how we could just get to maintain our Soothing Mist channel while we move. It's just really nice. Okay, I don't know why I'm Soothing Misting again. We can just crackle this guy to death. No! Oh, he applied the dot. Oh, we're good. It goes away.
Must follow policy.
Okay, this boss can get a little stressful.
Suppressive barrels necessary. Enjoy detainment.
I can't see who the other person is that's right. I think it's the Hunter?
Compliance is not optional.
Huh, my UI is not showing me not showing me who's rooted. Luckily I saw I got rooted. Okay, so good tank positioning.
Suppressive barrels necessary. Refueling. Please stand by.
I keep forgetting I'm playing single target Shayloons, but it's honestly kind of goated. Careful.
Resume disciplinary measures.
We're chilling. Let's go ahead and reapply these renewing mists. They are very important in this build. Let's start a soothing mist. Crackle a bit. I have Thunder Focusy here.
Suppressive measures necessary.
Big.
Enjoy detaining.
Okay, it's on me again. Sure. I can't see who the other person. I think it's the shaman. He's not moving.
Suppressive measures necessary. Refueling. Please stand by.
Okay, I don't like this positioning. Whoa, no! Save it! No! No,
Only the
team!
strongest
Oh, no.
survive.
Yeah, we let an orb get to the boss. Dude, we got nuked! No, it was going so well.
Compliance is not optional.
What was that burst? What's it called? Arcane Eruption. We let two orbs get through. 49k damage.
Distraction.
And increasing his damage by 20%. Okay, so it also soften rages him.
Please remain still.
Come on, tank. Execute. Cast execute. No!
Please return to class.
Okay, I guess we're resetting the dungeon. That's a shame. We had the whole room to move. The Mistwinter Monk, for sure. For sure. We haven't even gotten to the fun bosses yet. It's really mana-eating Mistweaver compared to Shaman or Archer. The thing is, though, is that Shaman's mana bar is what it says. Like, if my mana bar was at 70%, I have 70% mana. Mistweaver's different. If I'm at 70% mana as a Mistweaver, I could effectively be at 100% because I could have 20 full stacks of Mana Tea. I also could have... I could be playing Refreshment and have Life Cocoon ready. Like, you have Mana Tea, so Mana Tea changes that, like, math a lot, actually. So, your mana bar looks a lot more like... I think volatile is the word. Is that the right word? Your mana bar looks more scary as a Mistweaver than it actually is. It's kind of like... It's a one-step equation versus a two-step equation. Honestly, a three-step equation because you have your Mana Tea stacks, plus you have Mana Tea stacks on reserve. Like, while I'm playing, I'm like, okay, I only have 3 stacks of Mana Tea, but I also have Celestial Conduit, which gives me Mana Tea stacks, right? Let's see, does it still do that? I know they removed an effect. It might have been part of the Chi-Ji effect. Hold on, let's just type in Mana Tea. Okay, so they did remove... That was part of the Chi-Ji one. Never mind. But, like, if you're playing Refreshment, that's a great example. You're also thinking, okay, I have Life Cocoon coming off cooldown. I also have Conduit to shave time off of my Life Cocoon, you know, so... Squatch Gaming Live says, going around asking the same question, do you think it'll be best to prog all 3 of the next raids at the same time, or taking them one by one for typically a 6 out of 8 Mythic prog? Squatch, I think one at a time. I think there is a way that they're tuning them to where it's a linear progression. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's mostly linear. So I'm pretty sure how it's tuned is that, like, you go mostly through the big raid, and then you go to the next raid and kill the boss, and you come back to the main raid. So I'm pretty sure there's like a linear progression. And I don't remember what that boss order is, but I do think that boss order exists. So I would, I think, Squatch, if I had to guess, the Race World First is going to, like, figure out, they're going to solve that order of which bosses are harder than which, and they're going to go in that order, and we'll have an idea of the proper order by the time the season starts. So I think there is a reason to do that, you know, to bounce around. Let's see. I have an idea of turning Keeper of the Grove Resto Druid into a pet healing class. I mean, it was a pet healing class for the longest, right? With, technically, with your little treants. Like Demo Warlock. Any probably bad thoughts about it? I know a lot of people did not like the treants doing a lot of your healing. The thing about pet healing versus pet damage, pet damage, you're still actively having to do things to get the damage. Like, yes, you can summon a lot of demons, but then you need to, like, cash in on those demons. The thing about pet healing is, it kind of does all the work for you, you know what I mean? So a lot of people don't enjoy pet healing because you're not, like, really playing the game. You're kind of just, like, letting your AI take over. You're basically saying, like, hey, heal this mechanic for me. Okay, I can't lose what we were doing. We have to keep cooking. Oh, we lusted this pool. That's not right. We'll see how this one goes.
Of course.
You're supposed to lust this pool because you double pool. There's a lot of casters.
Incapacitate the guards.
And that dot's nasty for us healers. See, yeah, there's 2 dot applicators. We can let the dot sit on our tank, though. But yeah, when it goes on me, I'm going to diffuse magic. That's my diffuse out of the way. Let's stun. So now I can dispel. That's the reason why I diffuse magic. We still have Yulon. I keep punching and kicking. Get out of that mode. We are lightning. Nice. Alright. We're schmoovin'. Where to? How do you get the haste buff in here? Isn't it like you kill those ads and, like, what's the buff that, like, you kill those ads and let them blow up on you or something? Is that the haste buff he's talking about? Okay, hard pull time. I have literally everything, though. Let's go and conduit. The reason why I'm conduiting before Yulon, ideally you want a Yulon first, because Yulon's the shorter cooldown. Get that on cooldown so you can use it twice on a pull instead of just once. But this way, because I conduited, now I have Cocoon back, and now I have Thunder Focus back. So conduit, like, starts your cycle over. So let's go ahead and Yulon this one. Okay, so I don't have much coming into this first ignition, but this will make the first one harder, but I do have a revival, and the second one will be easier. Is there any way to... yo, also, what's up, Dayman? Very nice to see you. Is there any way to do audio alerts for frontals? I don't know for frontals. I don't think so for frontal. I'm sure eventually, you know, give the Echo people enough time. They'll figure it out, right? But but I don't think there is, if I'm being honest. Nice, we stunned a cast. Always nice when that happens. That's my defensive to dispel myself. Yeah, diffuse magic is invaluable in here. Tank is taking some hits in the back. We are doing this dungeon very differently this time. I need to drink up. My mana is brutal. I think our tank's fine. I also need to lightning more. Lightning is very good on mana. Just make sure I can hit the shaman. Just making sure he doesn't LOS me is all. I need to lightning much more. So we might just sit here. I might just lightning this. Can we? Yeah, I'm happy to sit here at 50% health if it means I am regenning mana. We are slowly ticking up, and honestly, it's okay. And the one person that gets beam, which is me, that's kind of perfect. I'm just Shaylun's them. I need to dispel the tank. He was rooted. Let's go ahead and drink up. But I really want to show you guys something. There is something very important for healers to know in this dungeon, other than its main mechanics. And I actually did not know it until... Whoa. Dang, I just wasted Yulon because I also pressed Revival. That's not good for the cooldown economy in this little gauntlet here. I didn't know. I saw... Of all people, I saw a tank streamer, Awoo, mention it. The goat Awoo. Okay, I have Conduit, but I ideally would like to have Conduit for this next pool. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Oh, please kill one before you pull the other. Okay, we have 2 ignitions going off. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, we lived somehow. Now we have Yulon. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Alright, we're back though. We lost a friend, but we made another. We made more along the way. It was worth it. It was a sacrifice. Yeah, I do need a drink here, though. Boom, and then I see that ignition's going off. Ooh, nice. We killed him right before it went off. I do have Thunder Focus Heat. Not Thunder Focus Heat. I meant to say Touch of Death. Yeah, I'll woo for the win, for sure. For sure. When I say like Demo Warlock, I mean exactly like Demo Warlock, but healing. The thing is, I've never played Demo Warlock, so I just like think I know what they do, and I know I'm wrong. Like I know I don't know what Demo Warlock does, but I like to think I know, you know. All right, let's do the mechanic this time. People just need to soak orbs, and honestly, I think what it was that our tank positioning was not good coming into the second set of orbs. This is great positioning going into the first one. Not good positioning going into the second one. You can't really drop on the same spot. Oh, oops.
Proceeding with impairment. Refueling. Please stand by.
Please soak. Oh, Hunter, move out of that. Okay, we lived the first one. The first one's easy though. The problem is that the tank did not tank it in a good spot for the second one.
Compliance is not optional.
I'm gonna conduit this. I'm gonna just try to hot through this slam. Ooh, that was cool. Since I'm on like a weird little part of the ground, it treated it as if I was like there was a wall behind me and I barely moved.
Policy demands compliance. Suppressive measures necessary.
Let's just hop through this one. You're feeling, see, this is a little bit better positioning. There's only a little bit of this, like, of the 360 around the boss that's covered by, like, threatening ground, right? See, this is a lot better. We are able to soak, whereas last time we were not able to soak. Much better tank positioning. I think that was the thing that kind of botched it. Last time the tank tanked it like right next to the puddles, and it was close enough to a wall to where it just like we couldn't see where we could stand. Nice. Okay. First boss down. That boss is fun, but it's like honestly it's a pretty easy boss. Not gonna lie.
The Cynosure should be just ahead.
Not just ripping a tree, bro, and ripping a tree, bro, is hilarious. Oh man, Ripping a tree, bro. Okay, sentries. Yikes. Oh boy, oh boy. What are we doing? Oh no.
Simply wish you had
Why?
lasted a
I
little
don't
longer.
think that was on purpose. I would like to think that was not on purpose. That was not it, Chief. Not it at all. But I guess, hey, YOLO, we're in here. Nope, we are not in here. If the grave is here, then yeah, we're in here. Is this livable? Oh, we're pulling more. Okay, tank. Our tank is just backpedaling. Alright, I have dumped all of my cooldowns. Can we live? I don't know if this tank... I don't know if this tank knows this dungeon, to be honest. Perfect timing for me to get the debuff, because then also I needed a dispel and I needed my defensive. So that's a diffuse magic moment. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Death all around. Can we kill the sentry though?
I simply wish
Yeah,
you
that
had
was,
lasted a little longer.
That was not livable. Tank says sorry guys. I say no worries. First time playing beta. Okay. Checks out. Basically, the pyromancers are mini bosses, and so are the sentries. So try not to chain one to the other. Just to kind of simplify it. The pyromancers do a lot of damage. Sentries do a lot of damage. Try to keep those one per pool. Honestly, I don't even know. I feel like I don't even know if you need these guys, to be honest. Yeah, that runic glaive hurts, man. Golly. Alright, we're back though. Here's another one. Thunder folks see this one? Okay, this one's on me and the shaman. Okay. We're live. I just want to get to the next boss. That's all I care about. So I want to show you guys something that is like probably the best tech in this, this entire dungeon pool, because I know for a fact. Oh god. Oh boy. Okay, we have multiple dots. We might be able to heal it. I'm committing like every cooldown front loaded on this pool though. Need to drink mana tea. Oh. Dude, I don't even understand rogue survivability, but they are crazy livers. I have to revival here, and I really would not like to. I'm going to. Yikes, dude, that's a crazy pool. Yeah, because those glaives that are so threatening and so do so much damage, we had like 4 at a time, plus the dot. Wait before boss. Oh god. I have diffused magic though, we're good. Oh boy. I know there are routes that I've seen where you can do like a lot of this hallway with Lust. Yeah, see, there's 4 glaives active right now. That is so much damage. Oh, man. Okay, so the trick here, this is the part that I want to tell you guys something. A tip coming into this boss is that when you start the fight, he starts ASAP. He is ready to go, okay? Hold on, let me heal through this. I am out of mana. Boom. We're letting people die, but I'm literally out of mana here. That was a string of crazy pulls. Do I res him? Do I not have it keybound on this build? Oh god, I'm trolling. Revital. What is our res called? I'm literally brand new to Monk. Hold on. Suscitate. He's just running back. Okay, so if you drink mana outside it, you'll see the circle on the ground. This circle on the ground. If you drink mana outside, I am out of mana, tank. Oh my goodness. If you drink mana outside of it, okay, so they did see. Look, the shaman did not get the memo. The shaman, we're just gonna reset. The shaman is outside of that circle. That's where the wall of this room is. So if you have to drink mana before this boss, which most healers do have to, because that pool before this boss is really hard, and this boss is really hard to heal. If you have to drink mana, move into this little corner, move into this little circle, like right here, and start drinking here. Like, get here before you start drinking, or else you'll get locked out of the room, and it'll just be reset. Here, I purposefully let everyone die because we don't have a shaman. It's just, there's just no point doing this fight with 4 people, especially because this guy said it's his first time in the beta. We want everyone to get reps on the dungeon. Yeah, this boss closes its doors very quickly, and it's a very small room. It's just this one circle. Reset dungeon? Not dungeon. Just boss.
Your fall is written.
Sham was locked out of fight. Fake healer can't even rat. Well, I've made so many different builds that my keybinds like change on every build, so I just had to look for it in the spellbook. But yeah, okay. Hopefully we don't reset the entire dungeon. I don't see as much value in doing a 15 with a tank that doesn't know the dungeon that well. Okay, well, I don't. Okay, tank said they have to go, so. Oh man, but yeah, that is like, trust me, the amount of times that I was locked out of that room, that boss fight, and we just wiped, is uncountable until I realized, hey, maybe you should get in the room before you start drinking. Yeah, oh, that's sad. So, honestly, dude, you see just how much Mistweaver cranks. Mistweaver cranks healing. The problems there, though, are that we were doing some pulls that weren't sustainable, to be honest. And still, though, like, we were kind of able to keep most people alive through it, which is crazy. Mistweaver is sleeper right now. Do we just go into the 10? No, it's just not worth it. There's just so few groups on the beta right now, honestly. Fake healer. Get out of here. Oh, I am so sorry, Boracode. I see your message now. I apologize. I missed it. Boracode asks, okay, I have a question. Hopefully you're still here, Boracode. I didn't log in for all of the War Within after leveling. Wow, okay. What item level should I be in for launch, and how do I get there? Okay, that's a great question because they did just squish all the item levels, so I actually don't know the answer, if I'm being real. I thought Mistweaver was unplayable per consensus. This is why you form your own opinions. That's what I have learned in my time as like playing this game, is that a lot of times, like, it is okay to have a different opinion from everyone else. Dude, Mistweaver cranks. Like, Mistweaver absolutely cranks. Let's look at the overall. Yeah, Mistweaver Shayloons is very good. And I was playing, this is single target Shayloons. This is single target Shayloons. Look, I think Season 3 of The War Within was one of the best Mistweaver iterations we've ever come from. So coming from that, it's easy to think Mistweaver's dead, because I do think this is a worse in terms of like enjoyment and honestly just power. Like, Season 3 War Within was crazy crazy for Mistweaver. Like the Tiger Palm build was really good. So coming from that to this, like you do feel very different and a little weaker, but it's still a freaking blast, and it still does freaking blast healing. So yeah. I'm still caught up on curses. Some places we have killer curses and can't be brutal. How do you deal with not having a curse removal? Just honestly, just heal harder. It's always been the thing. Like, I remember back in, what was that one dungeon? There was one dungeon a few seasons, Grim Batal. Grim freaking Butthole had these ridiculous curses that you had to heal through. They were like heal absorbs that did a bunch of damage. And as a Mistweaver, you just had to heal through them. And back then, I would just save Shayloons for it, and typically it got rid of most of it. But, yeah, for the most part, like if you have to do significant single-target healing, Soothing Mist, Enveloping Mist, and spam Shayloons, or spam Vivify, right? Do you think we were cranking in Raid 2? It felt bad. You're doing a lot of healing until you run out of mana, which right now you do, but I do think that's going to get changed. That has to get changed. They can't let our mana enter midnight in the current state. Like, that's like saying we're gonna put in Devour Demon Hunter, but you can't play it with a weapon. Like, removing the tool that you rely on, which is mana for healers, is you can't do that. You just can't have a healer have no mana. So I think our mana is gonna get fixed. I like to think that it will, because it needs to be. But you crank healing until you run out of mana. I do still think that Disc Priest has us edged out because they're actually kind of broken in Raid right now in the beta testing. But other than that, like every time I've Raid tested, I've been able to compete with every spec. Other than a good Disc Priest will just beat you. Given that we don't get changes, what would you say about Raid? Given that, if we don't get changes, it's definitely going to be harder to manage your mana. I don't think it's impossible. It's going to be harder. You're probably going to have to, if they have like I haven't checked, but if there's a sit down and drink potion, you'll probably have to use that. You'll probably have to beg for innervates. And if that's the case, then it'll be crazy. Like, you'll be cranking heals. But it sucks that in order for your spec to be balanced, you would need an innervate. But right now it kind of is just that, you know what I mean? But that's the thing, is like, it's very good if you get an innervate, if, you have all these other things giving you mana, but if you don't, it's hard. Do Evokers still have Source of Magic? Because that's another, like, you can stack all these little increments of, like, extra mana. Yeah, I mean, this is, like, barely any mana, but, like, if you have Source of Magic, plus you get innervates on cooldown and stuff, like, it's technically doable, but it's just not in a healthy state, in my opinion. So given that we don't get changes, I think it's doable, but you have to jump through hoops to do it. But when you do, you get paid off in a good healer. But, would that innervate not be better spent on a healer that just will do more healing? Like, what's it called? A Disc Priest? Like, would you not rather just innervate the stronger healer? And I think the answer is yes. But in a guild that doesn't have a Disc Priest, or Disc Priest just doesn't struggle with mana, in those guilds, if you have excess innervates, throw one to the Mistweaver and let them go crazy, Didn't you not long ago post a video about how to heal a monk? Yeah, so I posted a video. I mean, I think this is what you're talking about, but it's it's like just showing like the different builds that you can play in pre-patch, which is kind of just like all the builds that have been sprouting up on beta. Just tested a little bit in pre-patch to make sure they still work and stuff. But I do have guides that I have made and ready to post. I just need to wait until the changes are finalized coming into midnight before I post them, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. I haven't played since 2013, started leveling all healer classes. Mistweaver's at 27, Arsham's at 33, Druid at 30. Does Mistweaver pick up soon at all? I feel so weak right now compared to Druid and Shaman. So I haven't leveled the new version of Mistweaver, but there's a talent. When did I log on to my? Oh, I'm okay. I was inspecting a evoker. This talent right here, I would imagine this talent is really strong while leveling. If you're doing dungeons and leveling, you just spam spinning crane kick, and it will do a lot of healing in leveling dungeons. Other than that, I would imagine there's not much juice in this like mid section. So I think this is about where you're at in the talent tree. There's not much that like Giga cranks other than like Yulon or Chi-Ji. But then once you start getting down here, this is where all the strength. Obviously, it's the bottom of the talent tree. This is what all the enablers are. This is where like Shaylun's is, which is really strong. This is where Crackling or Jade Empowerment plus Jade Fire Teachings can be if you want to take that. Like this is where the heat is. But I think the strongest thing up here is Way of the Crane, and just spinning crane kicking on big pools and letting that do all the healing. I need to take a better look at it. It's just like a brief rundown, basically. I felt Resto kept up without mana problems, but I also sucked too bad, I guess. Resto Shaman, I didn't see Resto Shamans having mana problems. I know, like, Mistweavers, Holy Paladins, we were kind of the two big ones that were just dumping our mana bar, right? And raid testing. Maybe there's another one. Maybe, like, Holy Priest, probably. Look, if your guild has a Holy Priest, has an Evoker that can give you Source of Magic, has a Druid that can give you Innervate, Mistweaver mana's okay. It's fine. It's passable. But no, Mistweaver mana definitely needs some love. Disc runs out eventually too. I guess like Double Penance does hurt. I know Disc is struggling in Mythic Plus, so I would imagine in Raid it's probably struggling too. But I just know in Raid you're casting a little bit. You're casting more smites and less flash heals, so that probably makes it a little better than Mythic Blood. But it's probably still bad though. Double Penance hurts. Best race for Alliance Monk. Does it matter really? Honestly, it doesn't. But if you do Mythic Plus, there's always the argument for like, what is it? Dwarf that can remove bleeds. That's my go-to best. A lot of people still like Night Elf. I think those are both ally or Alliance races, right? I haven't played either. I've played Dwarf Monk. But I love Dwarf. It's really, I think is it Dwarf that can remove bleeds from themselves? Has that like extra defensive? Because if so, that's the one. That's the one I would pick. But Night Elf's good. That's all I can think of, really. But dang, we were like blasting in that key. I kind of wish that we did have a tank that knew the... I mean, I'm not going to fault this guy. He just didn't... It's his first time on beta. I was trying to be kind and let him know and stuff. Okay, so it is Dwarf. I would personally go with Dwarf Sarkin. Because that... So if you have that Self-Dispel plus, like, Diffuse Magic, you feel really safe, you know? There's, like, very little things that are your weakness at that point. I read something. I did not... Okay, so Jinx. Jinx had asked, do you think Mistweaver will struggle more to get invites in Midnight? More? No. I think we're probably going to be sitting at about where we were in Season 3 of the War Within. I think the negative sentiment that's being pushed out by a lot of people that have been playing Monk is probably negatively impacting how the rest of the community... Oh, sorry. I just smacked my mic. I'm so sorry about that. It's probably negatively like if I was like say I'm like a Warlock player that's never healed, if I, you know, like hear that Mistweaver's in a bad spot, I'd be like, okay, so I'm just not going to invite them. So maybe, but I don't think Mistweaver is in a state that it should get less invites. I think if anything, the community sentiment's just been harmed a little, you know? But I think Mistweaver's still cranking. Dude, Mistweaver's crazy. I'm honestly having way more fun than I thought I would with it's literally, honestly, it's just one interaction that's really exciting me. It's just the, you know, the Shayluns with Vivacious Loop that you can do, or Serene Surge Loop. Like, these things with Tranquil Tea, these are exciting. The other talent that's really exciting is Emperor's Elixir. I love this talent. It's just hard to fit in builds. And then in the standard Mistweaver build, the Punch Kicky build, I also love Dance of Chi-Chi. Other than that, though, like, nothing's, like, super exciting, but those are enough to make me excited to play it. Dwarf removes bleeds and poisons. Nelf can stop casts. True. Humans can remove stuns, which can be niche in some seasons. True. Gnomes for roots, which can be good with double unroot niche cases. That's true. I mean, it's good for the first boss of Magister's Terrace, but the problem is that boss is pretty easy. But it does put out 2 roots. You know, that could come up. But no, I would definitely go dwarf. Because, like, imagine you're in an Algathar Academy and you accidentally don't soak the tree. You just bleed remove. I'm pretty sure that works. I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure that would work. Because it's a bleed. I think. Might be a disease. I don't know. I don't know. My brain is not functioning. You guys can probably hear it, but I'm getting to the point where, like, it's getting hard for me to talk. Like, every few sentences, like, my throat is, like, closing. So it's probably in the best interest that I end stream soon. Just for like, so I can rest my throat and stuff some more. Worgen is good because it's funny to watch a wolf punch a dude. Like, literally, why not use claws? Like, literally, why not? Why not make it use claws? Why do we punch? But yeah, that's honestly, you know what? I'm sold. It's Worgen. Is it Worgen or Worgen? Either way, that's the choice. Screw Dwarf. Screw Nelf. All that. Go Worgen. Dayman cometh. I appreciate you guys so much. Everyone, thank you guys for hanging out. Look, it was a shorter stream. We just kind of got on the beta, tested a bunch of things. Dude, you see Mistweaver can crank some healing if you wanted to. I had fun today, but as you probably know, I'm simply just sick. Okay, I can't do anything about it, and but I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. You guys were amazing today. I look forward to streaming with you all on Monday. I know my wife comes back early next week. I'll post in Discord if I have to, like, go to the stream. Might start later if I have to go pick her up and stuff. But other than that, like, we're gonna resume. Hopefully, I get over the throatness over the weekend. But we're gonna resume the normal stream schedule next week. If you're watching on Twitch, really quick, stick around. We are gonna raid another streamer because it's just nice to do so, and I think there are some good streamers out there that need some recognition. However, I don't have anyone in mind. If you guys do know someone that you want me to raid, definitely post that. Otherwise, we're going to pick someone similar to my, like, views is, like, a good way to do it. So if you want to stick around and okay, we got the Wunk. Who is the Wunk? How do I raid again? It's been a minute. Can you tell? This is not the right page. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. This is my first time hitting go live. Alright. So let's raid the Wunk if they are streaming. Dayman cometh. Appreciate you. But yeah, you guys are amazing. Also, I took y'all's suggestion. I think it was Brother Bear. Suggested putting the LB Ninja sign here. I had to unscrew it from the wall, screw it back in. So it took some manual labor, some elbow grease, and some more holes in the wall. But I did it, and I'm happy with how it came out. I did. It looks great. The only downside, though, is now there's, like, this blank space over here. But if there's anything I learned from being a Swiftie, it's that blank space is great. So maybe we leave it, but maybe I just get another painting or something. I don't know. But I think it looks phenomenal. It looks clean. So huge shout out to Brother Bear. Okay, let's finally raid someone. I'll stop yapping. Whew. But yeah, you guys are amazing. I will see you guys over the weekend or after the weekend. Let's see. The Wunk. Let's look them up. The Wunk. I've never heard of this person. They have 5 views. Oh, I have. They stream on TikTok. I've seen their streams on TikTok. Yeah, let's show the Wunk some love. I'm going to start the raid. Everyone join in. Show some love. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys Monday. Yeah. Appreciate you all. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. I don't know when the raid actually kicks in. But regardless, I am done talking. My throat can't hang. Alright, let's raid. Let's get in there. Sweet.